You open the app, swipe right, match, a little spark of hope. You chat, the conversation flows for a bit, maybe even make plans, but then they disappear. No explanation, no goodbye, just vanished. Or maybe it goes further. A few dates, a connection, even butterflies. And just when you think it might be something real, you get that text. Hey, I'm not really looking for anything serious right now. Sound familiar? Modern dating often feels like a game with no rules. You're expected to be charming but not too eager, open but not vulnerable, interested but never attached. It's confusing, frustrating, and honestly, kind of exhausting. So here's the question. Why does something as natural as looking for love feel so draining in today's world? Is it the apps, the endless swiping, the fear of rejection, or the fear of commitment? Maybe it's not just about dating. Maybe it's about the way we connect or fail to. Not too long ago, people met through friends at school or maybe at work. You got to know someone gradually, and if there was a spark, you gave it a chance. Simple, natural, human. But today, we date with our thumbs. Swipe left, swipe right, match, unmatch, ghost, repeat. There are hundreds, sometimes thousands of potential partners just one swipe away. Sounds amazing, right? But here's the thing, more options don't always make us happier. In fact, psychologists call it the paradox of choice. The more choices we have, the harder it becomes to make one. We second guess, we compare, we wonder if someone better is just one more swipe away. So we keep scrolling. She's great, but maybe there's someone funnier. He's nice, but what if I'm settling too soon? And so we get stuck. Not because we can't find someone, but because we're overwhelmed by the possibility of someone else. Even when we do choose, we're haunted by the idea that maybe we could have done better. This constant comparing, this mental shopping, it turns dating into a consumer experience. People become profiles, love becomes a numbers game. No wonder we feel disconnected, because when everyone is an option, it's hard to treat anyone like they're the one. Let's say you do match with someone. You vibe, you laugh, you even flirt a little. They seem into it. You start to feel excited, and then nothing. No reply, no explanation, just silence. Welcome to ghosting. It's become so common that we almost expect it, but that doesn't make it hurt any less. Ghosting plays with your mind. You start wondering what you did wrong, replaying the last few texts, as if closure might be hidden between the lines. And if it's not ghosting, it might be breadcrumbing, when someone gives you just enough attention to keep you hoping, but never enough to move things forward. They text late at night. They react to your stories. They keep the connection alive, but always just out of reach. These patterns don't just waste your time, they drain your emotional energy. You begin to feel tired, not just of dating, but of trying, of caring, of being disappointed over and over again. This is dating burnout. It's what happens when the emotional cost outweighs the potential reward. So people start to numb out. They swipe without feeling, chat without meaning. And slowly, the hope that fueled it all in the beginning fades. Because when dating feels like a cycle of false starts and dead ends, it stops being exciting and starts feeling like work. And who wants to clock in for love? Think about the last time you went on a date, or even had a great conversation online. What did you really talk about? What did you share? Today, so much of our dating lives are curated like a social media profile. We put up our best photos. We choose our words carefully. We present our best selves, polished, filtered, and maybe even a little too perfect. But how much of it is actually real? People are creating online personas, not to reflect who they truly are, but to become the version of themselves they think the other person will like. We put on a mask and call it a vibe. You might chat for hours, maybe even get along really well. But when you meet in person, it's a different story. The chemistry isn't there. The connection feels off. And it's because we're not connecting at a deeper level. We're connecting at a surface level, a carefully constructed surface. We talk about fun topics. We flirt. We talk about what we think we want the other person to hear. But who are we really? And who are they? Without vulnerability, without truly letting someone in, the connection remains superficial. Like two strangers passing by on a crowded street, we might smile, we might wave, but we never stop to see each other. So we move on, swipe again, hoping for something deeper. And the cycle repeats. Because at the end of the day, we all crave something more. We crave connection that isn't built on filters and photos, but on real moments. But in today's world, those moments are harder to find. You might have felt it before, that wall you put up when you start to really like someone. It's not because you don't care. It's because you're scared of what happens if you do. Vulnerability is terrifying. Opening up means giving someone the power to hurt you. It means risking rejection, or worse, betrayal. And in a world where everyone seems to be keeping their distance, how can we trust anyone enough to lower our guard? So we play it safe. We send a text, but we hold back the words that really matter. We laugh, but we don't let them see the real you, the messy, imperfect, scared you. We keep our hearts just out of reach, afraid that the moment we show too much, they'll back away. But here's the paradox. The more we protect ourselves, the more we keep others at arm's length, the more we feel alone. We build walls thinking they'll keep us safe, but in reality, they keep us isolated. The truth is, love requires courage. It requires the willingness to be vulnerable, to show our scars, and to trust someone with the pieces of us that aren't perfect. But in a world that's taught us to be afraid of emotional intimacy, how do we start to trust again? Maybe it's about taking small steps, being open enough to be hurt, but also strong enough to believe that love is worth the risk. So, what's the takeaway here? In today's world, dating isn't just about finding someone to love. It's about navigating a maze of choices, false starts, and emotional burnout. We've built a system where we're connected to everyone, but truly connected to no one. Maybe it's time to slow down. Maybe it's time to take a break from swiping and ask ourselves, what do we really want from a relationship? Are we searching for love, or just for the next quick fix? Because at the end of the day, love isn't about finding perfection. It's about finding someone we can be real with. Someone who sees us for who we truly are, imperfections and all. If you've ever felt frustrated by the dating game, or if you found yourself stuck in the cycle of swiping, ghosting and burnout, don't worry, you're not alone, and it's okay to take a step back. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button so you won't miss out on more deep dives into life's biggest questions. Let's keep exploring the whys together. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.